sexual violence.
That's right.
It's a teacher who does not believe in their possibility and their potential. A teacher who overlooks their hand constantly, and that young person internalizes this message: I'm invisible, I don't matter, my points don't connect, and before you know it, they stop raising their hand. Before you know it, they stop learning. So I think this whole issue of race and racism and how it permeates our schools is the second bed of issues. But can I close on this one? If I had any great concern, one of my greatest concerns about schools and colleges and universities and institutions, and if I can say it even for freedom schools, is, so right now I appreciate you saying that you see me as a public intellectual. I've accepted that term in the sense of this: I'm a professor, I'm a scholar, I strive to do my research and use my research to inform practice. By the same token, I am a professor. It's taken me years to get comfortable with this, but I'm a preacher. And so I was just telling Ms. Edelman, I just finished my first spiritual book ever. It's not about academics, it's all about faith. And so I finally let the preacher and the professor come together and tango. And what I learned is this: that if I'm a public intellectual, part of my message, part of my assignment as a public intellectual is to go out and to be a warrior. And I see myself increasingly being a warrior for social justice. Fighting for justice. My concern is that in my travels, I've seen so many people who are fighters for social justice, who are freedom fighters, who forget that part of it is you gotta fight.
Right. This particular film that you see, Notes from the Field, originally he was going to direct. He had seen Anna's play in New York, Notes from the Field, and he went backstage afterwards and he said, I really think this would be a fantastic movie, and Anna said, great. And she also knew somebody, Lynn Amato, who worked at HBO, and so they kind of made that connection, and so it was all going to happen. And funnily enough, HBO knew me because the thing I had directed many years ago, the Crescent Colors film, was also for HBO. So suddenly I was doing this remarkable film. And we shot it in 2 days. And how we shot it was, we acted as if it was a stage like a rock and roll show. We had 6 cameras that were filming her at the same time. And we filmed her twice on one day, so she did the whole play. She went right through the play. And then the afternoon, she did.
Okay, so just hold it. That's all I gotta do?
That's all you focus.
Okay.
Do one time. Okay, great, cool. All right, awesome.
I do. Yeah. Okay. Great.
I just want to ask the question. Someone asked this question. How can they I did research online, but I've never talked to a filmmaker before. As to how can I get
That's a very good question, getting into the filmmaking industry. So what you've done is you've made a film, and it's on YouTube.
I was premiered or something.
Premiere, it's fantastic. That's already fantastic, because everybody combs through YouTube to find things. And the fact that how long is it?
25 minutes, a short film.
Right. So one of the things that you do, first of all, is social media is like a whole thing now. And using social media for film to get it going, that's something that I didn't have when I started. And now it's one of the most important things you can do. So having it on YouTube, getting it out there, finding short festivals. There are festivals you can look up on, I think it's called Without a Box. Okay? Without a Box is a website that lists every single festival, and what you want are the shorts festivals. Because anything under, I think it's 40 minutes is a short. So then you find out where those are, and you enter them in the festivals, and then you see what happens. But don't be dissuaded. Just keep doing it. Just keep finding it, because the other thing you could do is you could start to do another one. and you could do another one that's only about 10 to 15 minutes. Like, I think North Carolina has a film school, doesn't it?
We have art institutes, but
Yeah. But there's some really, like Florida has a good film school, University of Florida, and you put together as many of the things that you have done into a reel, and then you send the reel to see if you can go, and then you can go from there.
thank you so much.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'd like to recognize everybody that woke up before the crack of dawn. Toothbrush. They toothpaste. I don't want to steak today.
Okay, do you want me to like go over here?
She said record us.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted it from like this angle or Okay, so which one do I click again? Oh, okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Eastside. Okay. All right. First off, we're from the free. Oh wait. Eastside. Ready? First off, we're the Freedom School SLI. I'm gonna start it off. My name is Ty. Representing North Carolina since individual, and you know we're kind of Freedom School. My name is Armani, and he is King. We're always there, and he's all
Michael. Carl. AC.
We're poets. We're readers. We're talking Freedom School.
Y'all not speaking out.
This group of five's got a problem with their eyes. We're all visually impaired, but we don't know why.
Cindy can't see far. Jaden can't see close.
Say for Jazz to live, but Kim can't see both.
Good job. G-O-O-D-J-O-B. Good job.
So guys, this is the beautiful farm that I'm on. So you guys, please excuse the little scratch that's right here. For some reason my lens got scratched up, so I've got to find a way to go ahead and get these cleaned. So yeah, that's what I was looking at. Why is it's a little, if you guys notice, it's like a little black part. It's a little scratch on my lens, so no worry, no stress. All I gotta do is get it clean. But I just want to show you guys the beautiful farm that I'm on. So make a long story short real quick, I just want to show you guys pretty much my week with Freedom Schools training this year. This is my second year as an SLI, which is a servant leader intern. And for this year, it was a lot of great things that inspired me. A lot of people inspired me. A lot of people from different sites, from out of state inspired me. And what I mean by inspire me, I'm starting to realize that I really want to get into filming, and a lot of people inspire me to create characters for future films that I want to work on. So I met a lot of dope people since I've been here, and I've enjoyed the sessions that I had to do. It was one session in particular for the second years, and it dealt with slavery and taking us back to our roots, and They kind of, the EBT trainers, they acted out, and EBT stands for Ella Baker trainers, they acted out as the people that was getting us slaves from Africa, and we were the slaves, and they had us like a bandana, something tied around my eyes so I couldn't see. So it was really dark and I was like blind at the moment. And just the whole thing about that part of the training just really showed how slaves came to America. And we also talked a lot about police brutality, racism. We also talked a lot about how can we be a good SLI for our scholars. So I just really want to encourage people, wherever you're from, or if you do have freedom schools in your hometown or state, apply to freedom schools. Even if you're not an education major, because I'm not an education major, but I did major in social work in college. Try freedom schools out. At least try it out for a year and see if you like it or not. But I would definitely say really be open-minded to it, because you really can impact the scholar's life. And that was my point of doing it again, because I really love the program. I wish I could have been known about this program years ago, so then I could have been a scholar myself, but I was old enough to be a servant leader intern because I found out about it kind of late in the game. But Freedom School is pretty much all over. So if I have some of my subscribers from Georgia, there's one in Atlanta. There's Freedom Schools in California. Howard University has a site. They're in Virginia, Florida. So Freedom Schools is pretty much all over. So I'm hoping after this vlog, I encourage some of my subscribers to, I encourage my subscribers to apply for Freedom Schools. Like I said, it doesn't matter your major. You just have the chance to impact a scholar's life, make a change in your community. It's a really great internship or job in general, and I really do love Freedom Schools. I really do. So you guys have to get ready to go. I have to do the Hallelujah chorus because I'm a little late, but I'll see y'all in a few. Bye.
We got pizza, y'all. We got pizza. Oh, I'm coming. I was looking at more pizza tonight. They know what they doing. Like, yeah, she got the honey. I need to try what she does. Oh, we gotta go get these. I remember she started her channel. So, you guys, be sure to subscribe to her YouTube channel when she starts her vlog. Yes, thank you. So, now we got pizza. They love us. I want cheese pizza. We got this pizza. Finally, we got his pizza.
You know we finna eat good. Finna deep.
Charlotte only knows. Charlotte only got it. I was like, baby.